So good evening and a really warm welcome to all of you for joining us. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sarah Parsons and I'm the principal at the college. It's really lovely to see so many of you joining us this evening. It's really nice to see so many young people as well as parents. So it's really lovely to see you watching this as families this evening. I appreciate that the transition to secondary school can be both an anxious time, but hopefully an exciting time for all of you, for students and for parents. Making the transition to secondary school in any normal circumstances is quite overwhelming, but without the added complication of a global pandemic. So please be reassured that we will make your transition as smooth as possible. We are really looking forward to welcoming this year group to us in September, and we will be starting the academic year in September with a day just for Year 7. We know that you haven't been able to have your transition days this summer, and the day in September will provide us with the opportunity to do some of the elements that we would normally do in the summer term. That day, we will just have our Year 7 students and all of our staff in, and that will be on Wednesday, the 8th of September. There'll be more information to follow about this day. I hope that so far you've found the communication with the college useful, and I would like to reassure you that we will continue to work hard to ensure that we make your son or daughter's transition a really successful one, and I encourage you to ask questions. We are having to do things differently again this year, but for us it's an opportunity to reflect on what we do and what is important at this time. Our transition team have spent a great deal of time speaking to all of the primary schools and have built up a wealth of information on each individual student. We've also put together a number of video clips on our website, and I would strongly encourage you to spend some time watching them because they will help you to prepare for September. In addition to this, we also have a range of subject-specific activities on our website for students to get involved in too, and these will be shared through the primary schools. As there is still some uncertainty with COVID at this time, we have made the decision to maintain year group tutor groups for next year. We would normally follow a vertical tutoring model. However, we do not want to disrupt students once the academic year has started, and therefore your son or daughter will be starting in a Year 7 tutor group in September. The relationship between us all, students, parents and teachers, are the most important element to our success, and I'm looking forward to working with you and the whole community as we strive for even greater success for all our young people. We know that by working together, we can ensure that all students enjoy their time at the college, make excellent progress, and leave us with the necessary skills and attitudes to lead successful and fulfilling lives. It is vital that we work together to enable your child to reach their potential over what we will hope will be a 7-year journey. Sidmouth College has a strong and vibrant learning community, and I look forward to working with you all in the future. I would like to finish by saying that I'm really passionate about education and ensuring that we work tirelessly to provide young people with the best possible life chances. Every decision that we make at Sidmouth College has the achievement of our students at the heart of it. Achievement not only in the academic sense, but outside the classroom through enrichment. I'm proud to say that our students have access to high quality education, high quality teaching and learning, and high quality enrichment. And our successes over the last few years are testament to this. We are a school of choice. I look forward to working with you, your sons and daughters, and watching them grow and flourish into successful young adults. And I'd now like to invite Mr. White to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Matt White from the college. I'm one of the vice principals in charge of our pastoral provision, and that's tutoring, behaviour, attendance, all that sort of things. And I also lead the heads of house, and you're going to meet one of your heads of house this evening. As Mrs. Parsons already said, we are a school of choice for many parents and children because of what we offer and how we offer to deliver our educational experience. And what we do have is a really good, close-knit team of adults that work tirelessly to look after your son or daughter in a real family atmosphere where no one gets overlooked. So that's a real big strength of this college. We have a culture of success and support for each individual due to our size of school, and that allows everyone to be successful. And the students who are here already talk about me going on a bit about these two things. One is actually setting everyone up to be successful going forwards, so they have as many choices about what options they do in the future. And two, about taking the opportunities that arise at Sidmouth College when you're here. So lots of different things that go on. I'm a parent. I've got two sons, different schools, but one's in year 8 and one's in year 11. The year 8 one, I obviously remember the transition period, and that's obviously a very different period of time. And I understand a bit from your perspective what it's like. It is a period of change for both parents and the young people here today. But what we have done for year 7s is slightly change things in the first 2 weeks to make you a little bit more confident and reassured. So things like going to lunch a little bit early, giving you a chance to make new friends, seeing what different activities you can do, and having those sorts of things are really, really important in the first few days while you're here. Next term, we are going to organise a meet the tutor evening somehow, whatever that looks like at the minute. So as a parent, you can meet the key person who works with your son or daughter throughout the year. And that's really important to put a face to a name, I think, and that personal contact's really important. Throughout the year, we've got different contact and feedback points through parents' evenings, but we're also only ever a phone call away or an email. And we really encourage you to make contact with us, and the staff always more than happy to meet you or discuss any concerns, but also sharing successes too, which are really, really important. We have really high expectations at the college, and we encourage our students to be really positive and within our school environment. We always aim to try and recognise the positives and reward and celebrate the small and large successes throughout a student's life at the school. And we're really looking forward to sharing those experiences with you as parents as well. One thing for me as well, just to think about, my son who's just left year 11, it seems to have gone in a flash. So please do get involved, communicate, ask your sons and daughters about what happens in the school day, and hopefully you get more than I can't remember. It's really important because they go so quickly. We're always making sure your children are safe in school, but we do have a really robust system for dealing with behaviours that are negative in school. And most importantly, that disruption to learning doesn't happen. And we're really uncompromising in that aspect as well, having the highest standards throughout the school. Lastly, for me, we want the young people to get involved in college life, as I talked about before, but from sports to arts to roles of responsibility and leadership. We're really proud of the students we've got in the college already, but we hope you can see your son or daughter leading, contributing and succeeding with us. Look forward to seeing you in September, year 6 and 7s. But I'm going to pass over to Miss Carnell, who will also claim for the 4th time tonight, she is the best head of house and the best house in the college. So I'll pass over to her.
Good evening. Yes, as Mr. White said, I'm Miss Carnell. I'm head of Scott's House, Yellow House. I'm also an English teacher at the college. Without a doubt, we are the best house because last year we won the House Challenge Cup and we actually won the Virtual Sports Day as well. And we are well renowned for having the most praise points each year, something which I really like to celebrate. So that's a bit about me. In Scott House, in the year group, tutor group, your child will be led by Mrs. B. She's an excellent teacher of languages and has been a tutor and is a really excellent tutor, and cannot wait to welcome the new year 7. She's really looking forward to welcoming the Scott year 7s into Scott House in September. So contacting the college, we have a half-termly newsletter that goes out by email. That tells you lots of things that are going on within the college. And we've just had some students start a student newsletter as well, which is really exciting. So if you're a budding journalist and you want to be a budding journalist for Scott House, come along and we can do that as well. We have planners, which we would like parents and carers to read weekly and sign. They're a great way of also feeding back to tutors and staff members, because you can put little messages in there if you want to relay something. And we're going to be stamping the planners, a bit more about that in a minute. Each day of absence, if your child is off for any reason at all, we do require you to phone into the absence line by 9:10 each day. That's essential, each day of absence. And advance notice of absence because of anything else, and of reasons such as appointments or anything else, we require advance notice to the college. Homework, boo, homework. You're probably thinking, some students out there, but homework is a great way to enhance learning and to add on to things that you've done during the college day. And that is set through a website called Satchel One. So teachers set homework on the website and students can access their area to see what homework they've got and what needs to be completed. And the best thing about that year 6 is that your parents and carers will have a login as well. So they can see what you've been set and help you to complete those tasks and let you know what you've got to do if you've forgotten what homework you've got. So the college planner, so as I said earlier, you will sign the college planner each week. The planner is a great way of seeing how your child has gotten on during the school day and week, because we're going to be stamping the planners. So each lesson, if your child has worked well, if your son or daughter has worked well, they will receive a stamp, or they will receive a number if they haven't worked well, and there's numbers and it explains. And then at the end of the week, stamps turn into praise and house points, and there is plenty of praise and house points available for people who excel, students who excel during the week and do well. So it's a great way of showing that you've done well, and a great way of me seeing how well my students are doing, and your tutor to see how well you're doing. And I love celebrating that success. I was handing out gold cards today to successful students, and that's something that really pleases me to see. So I can't wait for that. That's great. So we have something called the Sidmouth College Way at Sidmouth. You probably have something very similar at your primary schools. It's like our code of learning, if you like, and it's our way to be ready to learn, to let others, to enable others to learn, to treat others in the environment with respect, to work to the best of your ability, and to fulfill your responsibilities. You're going to be in Scott House, so you're going to do all of those things absolutely beautifully. I know you are, because we are the best house. We have, to back that up, a set of classroom non-negotiables, and these are like our rules of how to be in the classroom. They've changed a little bit because of COVID, so we've got things on there that we never used to have, such as sanitising your hands and things like that. I won't read them all to you now, because there's plenty of time for you to get acquainted with the rules when you get sent out your booklets and things like that. And we will go over these on your induction day on the 8th of September, and your tutor will be able to go through these with you and make sure you understand all of them. But they are just great ways to be in the classroom, and if people follow these non-negotiables, then we can have a great learning environment. As Mr. White was saying, it's really essential to have that learning environment, and if we follow these, we'll have that great environment for learning. So we have something called the P system at Sidmouth College, and that's our praise system, or our house point system. And you can get praise points throughout your college day. You can obviously get them, as I said earlier, from getting your stamps in your planner. You can also get them for exemplary work, for doing something for others, special consideration for others, respecting your environment. The one I like most is the P3, which is the head of house commendation. And then there are P4s for excellent attendance, department top achievers, and so on. And it's really exciting to get those house points, because I like Scott House to win the House Point Cup, because it's one of my things that I really encourage, and I really am competitive when it comes to the House Point Cup. So I want you to be trying to get the most house points for Scott House. We also have to have a little opposite system for, obviously, if there is any bad behaviour, and we call this our C system, or our consequence system. Now, you won't be worrying too much about that when you're in Scott House, because you won't be exhibiting bad behaviours that get these, but I'll just tell you in case. So a C1 is for low level behaviours in the classroom. If you're just chatting a little bit, you might get a C1 and a little detention. And then a C2 is if you are doing a little bit more of a chatting or something in the lesson. A C3 is for a quite serious misdemeanour, and then a C4. And there are various consequences, as they're called, consequence points, that go with receiving those points. And your parents and carers will be able to know about that through the EduLink system, which I'll go on to in a minute, because your praise and your consequences will be on there for parents and carers to see, so they can see what you've been doing during your college day. And we will phone home. I'll be phoning home if I'm worried about your behaviour during the college day, as well as obviously phoning home to praise you. So our uniform, as you'll see from our website, and if you have siblings at the college, you'll know that Sidmouth College has a reputation for being a college full of really smart students, especially in Scott House, because we are the best house. A full list of our school uniform is on the website, and you can get that from Thomas More's, Exeter and Honiton Sports in Honiton. It would be great if all your uniform is labelled like you do at primary school, because obviously things do have a habit of going missing. And in big school, we do expect you to carry your things around with you. So you might lose things because you don't have a peg. So if all your things are labelled, that'd be fantastic. And we expect you to look really smart and wear your yellow tie in Scott House with pride. It's one of my things. I really love the pride that we have in Scott House, and I really want you to carry that on for me. So as I said before, EduLink is one way you can check up on praise and consequences, house points, consequences. And it's a multi-purpose parental communication tool, and it's great. And your parents and carers can have that app on their phones, and they can access everything on there and see how you've been getting on and see what you've been eating in the canteen, and all sorts of wonderful functions. So the college day for year 7, it's going to be like this for you guys. So you're going to arrive in school between 8:35 and 8:50. Then you're going to go to your tutor group and you're going to see Mrs. B and get registered in there. And then you're going to have lesson 1 and lesson 2. And then you get a break between 11:15 and 11:35. Then you have lesson 3. And then you're going to go to lunch. And then you have 2 periods in the afternoon of lessons. And then when you leave at 3:05, it'd be great if you took part in one of the wonderful enrichment opportunities that we have at the college, sports, clubs, school magazine, creative writing, that kind of thing. That's your day at the college, so that'd be great. Mobile phones. Sidmouth College doesn't have, we don't have mobile phones out during the day. They shouldn't be used in school unless we're using them as a learning tool to enhance your learning in a lesson or for a quiz. If your phone is out without permission, it will be confiscated. The first time you get it confiscated, you will get it back that day. You'll go and collect it. If it's confiscated again, your parents and carers will need to come in and collect that for you. So it's best for it to be out of sight, out of mind. So reports and parents' evenings. You'll have opportunities to meet your child's tutor and teachers throughout the year, and we'll provide a report home that's showing attitudes to learning and progress. You'll get an invitation and reminder to book the appointments. At the moment, those have been online because of COVID, but I'm hoping that we can get back to doing those face-to-face again on the college site. All parents' evenings are shown on the school calendar from September, and this information can be found on the school website, and you'll book your appointments through something called the Parents' Evening Booking System, or PEBS, but that will be explained to you before the first parents' evening, and it will all be very self-explanatory and easy to access. So the first day of term, which I'm really excited for because I cannot wait to meet you, year 6. I'm so disappointed I can't meet you now. It's the transition days now. I'm so sorry we haven't been able to meet, but I'm very excited to meet you on Wednesday, the 8th of September. You will bring in your PE kit with you, which you'll have got from the sports shop or Thomas More's, which will be correctly labelled. And we will give you your timetable, and you're going to have a whole day of settling in with nobody else there, just you, so we can focus on you and allay any fears you have and really welcome you in and make sure you're okay and make sure you know about everything you need to know about. Any little questions, big questions, anything you want to ask on that day, you'll get to know everything then. So you'll be fully settled before we welcome everybody else back to the college on the following day. And we'll be able to reiterate then with you all the expectations and the routines, and you'll be able to familiarise with yourself with our beautiful new building, grounds, and where you've got to go. The college website is a fantastic source of information. It's got everything on there from how to find out help for mental health to the college calendar to who we all are to website links. It's a fantastic tool, and everything you would want to know is on there. But if you're ever in doubt about anything, I'm at the end of a phone, and feel free to give me a call as head of Scott House. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening to me, and I can't wait to see you in September. Back over to Sarah Parsons. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Carnell. So just before we finish, just to draw your attention to the website that Ms. Carnell just showed you a screenshot from, on there you will find a range of videos that have been put together specifically to help with transition. We've got some of our current Year 7 students who have completed a question and answer video with questions that have been coming in from some of our Year 6 students. So that would be really useful for you to watch. There's also other videos that will help support the start in September. So please take some time to have a look at those, and that will help to prepare for that start in September. So all that's left to say is thank you for joining us this evening. I hope that all of the young people who are on the Zoom this evening have a wonderful last few weeks in primary school. Enjoy the last few weeks of Year 6, and we're really looking forward to seeing you start with us in September. So have a wonderful summer holiday, and we will see you all in September. Okay, bye-bye.